Well, hello and welcome to Digital Art Imaging 1 Open House. So if you missed us on Friday, I'm just going to go over some of the things to expect in this class. So hopefully I won't take up too much of your time, and I'll try not to talk too quick, but if you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to me. By the way, my name is Mr. Wolf, and I'm really glad that you took my class. So I'm excited to see you. But let's go ahead and get started on what you guys can expect to see in this class. So it's digital art imaging. What does that really mean? Well, basically, it is going to be a dive into using the computer as an art medium. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the computer is a pretty useful tool. It's also pretty popular. I think it's probably going to stick around for a while. I don't think it's a passing fad. I really enjoy the computer as a launching pad for a whole lot of different things. I mean, you probably have been using a computer a lot in the last 2 years, and you're probably thrown into app craziness, like apps for everything, and just about anything you can try to work around. And so it becomes a really useful tool to know how to make something on the computer, to be able to share something on the computer. So we're really going to be focusing a lot on that. But so the two main programs that we're going to be using is Photoshop and
a reminder that today we have our student affairs training. There will be two sessions. The first session is at 9 o'clock in the media center, and that is with English,
about 10 minutes,
social studies, world language, art, and guidance. Okay. The second session is at 10 o'clock, and that will be with math, science, general, ESE, and CTE. Cool. We look forward to seeing you in the media center. Thank you.
I guess I could have hit stop recording, but I'm just gonna, we're going live, whatever. Photoshop and Illustrator, they're two Adobe programs. So we're gonna focus a lot on those. Another one that is one of my favorites is actually a free program, is Blender. Also, I should probably mention Photoshop and Illustrator. You will have access to it in class, obviously, but you even have access to it at home with your login, with your student login. So that's really exciting. So you get a pretty expensive program for free while you're a student. Blender is free for everybody, no matter who you are. And so it's a really fun 3D modeling program. We're also going to be doing some like collages, so cutting and pasting, cutting out of magazines, things like that. We'll be doing a Sunprint project for the first time. I finally got like a really good rhythm of being able to make Sunprints. And so we're going to be doing that. So we'll be going outside. Hopefully it'll stop raining at some point. We'll also be doing spray paint projects, animations. So a really big host of art mediums that we're going to be using. We're going to be doing a lot of concepts. For instance, like landscapes, portrait, graphic design. The lighting exercises is really inside the 3D modeling program, and we'll be in the portraits and everything like that. So we'll learn a lot about lighting because that's really important in capturing images. We'll talk about visual narratives. We have like a comic book project that's really fun. And obviously with graphic design, we talk a lot about typography. And so how to use text, right? Tons of artists that we're going to go over, but just a few of them like Jerry Uelsman, Chuck Close, David Hockney, Andre Rousseau, Banksy. He's cool. He'll be the spray painting project, obviously. Cindy Sherman and Johansson. What's his first name? I don't remember. He's Swedish. He does like collages and things like that. So what do you need for this class? Basically, a sketchbook is your best bet. I don't really need it to be super big. I don't need like the regular typical size one. If that's what you have, that's great. But really, I want one that you will bring to class every day and bring home every day. Sometimes those moleskins are like small, 8.5 by 11. Those are the big ones. 4 by 5 would be a small one. And so those are fine. I really just want you to be able to write down your ideas and get things. It's still the fastest way to get something out of your head is putting it onto paper. And then being able to put that onto the computer really helps to be able to just sort of spill out onto the piece of paper first. So I'll show you some examples of sketchbooks and things when you come to class. Just make sure that it's not like a notebook paper. Because those are like thin, and with the college rules and everything, it's just kind of, it makes it difficult to really organize your thoughts visually in that way. Okay. Lab fees. So basically you have this lab that has great access. We've got printers, we got color printers. Basically, it's not a mandatory fee to pay the $10 for a semester. If you don't pay the $10, it's not a big deal. You can print to the black and white printer. There's no cost to that. But if you want to have access to like the color LaserJet, color inkjet, and the 3D printer that we have in class, since I don't want to like limit how much you can print from those machines throughout the year, if we can just replenish the resource at the end or halfway, this is able to pay for that. So it really just offsets that large cost that not part of the budget. So again, not mandatory, but if you want to be able to print in class, it's just $10. And really my main thing is that it doesn't then give you Kinko's rights where you can just print like your math homework in class. But if you need to print something for say like a Mother's Day gift or a birthday, and you want to, you know, print on a card or a picture for your mom, I count that as art. So that's also fine. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. There's lots of opportunities, but again, not mandatory. It doesn't mean anything to do with your grade. It's just an extra bit of taking advantage of the resources in here. So however projects are based is off the rubric down below you see here. Basically, there's 3 buckets. What is it made out of? What were the ideas in it? And then did you grow from this project from the last? And so I'll go into more detail about this, obviously, at the beginning for our first project. But this is what I'm basing all of our projects off of. And so if you don't hit any of those buckets really well, and I take off points, of course, you can make it up. Say you were just off that, or you were absent a lot of days and you just kind of turned it in. That's okay. I just want you to be able to really turn in something that hits all the objectives. And so you can always make it up and fill out this special form where basically you show what you added to it and changed in the rubric, and then you get your full credit. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This is what the projects are based off of, but they're not set in stone. I really want you guys to be able to succeed. And so there's opportunities for that. Last but not least, the certifications in this class. You'll see there's a bunch of computers. All the computers in here were purchased by students passing certification exams. So that's really useful. And so I don't push it just for that reason though, because it's also a great opportunity for you to get what we call certified. Okay, so if you're certified in a program, basically you can put that on an application or a resume, and it says that you're proficient in that program. So I offer Photoshop and Illustrator. Those are 2 really good visual design courses, programs. So if you want to go into a course that uses something like that, then these are really good opportunities for you. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just something that we offer in class, and it can really help push you up a ring in your proving that you're creative, which sometimes can be difficult to do. All right. All right, so I went over a lot. I talked really quick, but I hope that this is helpful. This is going to be posted on Canvas as well. And then I'll see you, of course, next week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to either message me or just ask me day 1 when you walk in the door. I sign your schedule. All right. I'm excited to meet you, and I'll see you later. Bye.